Yo, the waiting is over. Yeah. Look, they say boxing is a death sport. Ashes to ashes, like trash in the alley. Cashes is cashes, which means we could compete. As long as I got breath in my lungs and my 2 feet and a strong heartbeat, we could rumble, young man. Put the gloves in your hands. The talking is over. All that we were arguing over is over. We could sit in silence before the noise and the roars and arena doors open. Before we throw hands, we satisfy the demands. This is for the fans, my legacy, my little mans who looked up at me like that. You're about to hurt them bad. Yo, this shit is serious. The big fish and the fisherman, the old man in the sea. But before you all see the violence and the bloodshed, we can sit in silence. But before you all see the violence and the bloodshed, we can sit in silence. Think you're a monster, don't you? Ugly by breathing vulture. AP's put it down my skyline. Notifications on my timeline. But this shit is the A side. You think you King Ghidorah. But this is King Nello Ninja, the king of the monsters. Take 3 of you to step to the giant. But I'm defiant. Face of boxing. I'm a legend. Like the Mayans. Yeah. Let go. Nello. Let go. Nello. You think you King Ghidorah. You think you King Ghidorah. You think you King Ghidorah. You think you King Ghidorah.
Live, only on DAZN, July 12th. Ring 3, Berlanga versus Shirez and Stevenson versus Zepeda. They're in their prime, they're hungry, and they're done being called the future. Berlanga versus Shirez, Stevenson versus Zepeda. Ring 3, live, only on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Live, only on DAZN. He silenced Britain's best. Usyk, the Brit breaker, but now the dynamite is ready to explode. One night, one shot, and undisputed. Usyk versus Dubois 2, July 19th. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Up off it? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 Up off. Hey! Hey! Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is, huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's Taco Tuesday. Baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Let me see who we have up here. Sham, with you. Who else we have up here? Hold on. Wait a minute. I think I got a super chat. My man, Mateo, he said, going to be a lot of moisture today. Moist. What's going on with you? Oops. All right, man, look. First I want to say this. Everybody, welcome to the Taco Tuesday. If you haven't done it, please close out the chat, hit the like, and give it up for the funny.
Bring on this with a laugh under the cabbage patch. She's a pretty lady, and then sign some autographs. The Burnham Manton, shaboing boing.
Hit the Titans bell. My man Charles Baker, he said, let me borrow that men joint. Oh, the X-Men. I got you, my brother. But let me tell you something. I don't care what you have to say. I swear before Lord, what took us so long to give it up to the lady?
You should let me in. You deserve. No, you deserve better.
Tyson Bell. And wait a minute, dog. We ain't even close to done.
Put it simply in here. I like surprises. I came here for prizes. Big booty and thighs is promising my guys is how I could get inside this. Stupid, I realize this, but there's so much I wanna know about you, but I don't really wanna know. That's what they say. You make it too hard for a nigga. I got you, but I got the time. Let's make it work.
Hit the Tyson Bell. Shit. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. My brother. Dun 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 dun. He said, hell no. We outside.
It can happen when you're outside. You can lose a fight, see a chick, have a con with that vibe. You can ride a bike, see a nigga, and ask him if he's alright.
And that's me. Let me see. Love you, boy. It's Taco Tuesday. Hey, Biz. Favorite boxing trainer moment. Oh my God. Corrales Castillo. Mine's when Pacquiao got payback for Roach. Ryan Garcia. Let me see. Wait, got payback for who? Oh, hit the Tyson Bell. Hey, listen. And you guys already know. Wait a minute. Bud does everything. He's boxing's Wolverine. Oh shit. We already started. Did you know Bud is slick as Ultra Instinct Goku? Oh shit, the Tyson Bell. Here we go. But before we get started, hey, Sexy Kendra, before we get started, we got to get our word in for today, our motivational speaker.
Squad up. Let's go.
It's the Tyson Bell. You called the press conference. I'm going to do after the press conference. Actually, I actually forgot what time the press conference was. I forgot. Let me see. Let me look. Let me see if it's right now. Hold on. Let me see. See what the DAZN got to say about all this press conference stuff. It's live right now. Oh, it's the grand arrivals, right? Hold on. Let me see. It's hold on. Let me see. So let me ask you that. Let me ask you guys this. Let me see. Bud once caught a bullet with his bare. He once cost a bullet with his bare hand. Let me ask you guys. Catches a bullet with his teeth, brother. Please. Let me see. Let me ask you guys. Do you guys want me to start doing my reaction right now to the live? And then we could do the Bud Crawford, Mr. Everything Man, or do you guys want me to go straight to the Everything Man? Let me see. Berlanga versus Shiraz, Matias versus Berto. Who you got? Matias, Berlanga versus Shiraz. Berlanga versus Shiraz. Who I got? Yeah, I know. That's a tough one. Yes, I don't know which one that was. I asked which one, and y'all just said yes. Grand Arrivals. Okay. Let me see. Hold on, everybody. It's time to react. Cause damn, they right on your board. Let me see. Let me share. They right on morale. Hold on. Hold fast.
It's David Benavidez. Sergio, he just waited too long to get going that night,
Everybody
didn't
gotta
Well,
come.
that's what
Yeah,
Benavidez, but this is a
he
tall,
blonde as hair.
power punching
Let me see.
southpaw
Dark
that needed
Alley
to get
Bud and Chuck
his
Norris.
swag. He
Only
needed to
Bud
get his
comes out.
confidence, and he got his confidence from the Mexican
Lord knows
monster. I
Victoria
think we're going to see a different beast here tonight.
All right, y'all. Look. We're gonna do this first because I'm interested to see how they look.
Where do you think you're going? ¿Para dónde vas?
And y'all hear good?
Not so quick, not so fast, no tan rápido. Estás de regreso aquí en la ciudad de New York. You're back here in New York. How does it feel to be back, ready to go? ¿Qué se siente estar aquí ya listo para comenzar otra vez?
I feel great, feel great. I can't wait more for come back to the ring. Came back more focused myself, more focused
Hold on.
and the
He said
training,
motherfucking himself.
for the experience in my last
For real
fight.
got the booty blown.
I'm back.
Yeah. He
You were very quick at the fighters meeting saying that this is a good challenge for you, but you got
I
this.
thought he said
What
mother.
does that mean? ¿Qué significa eso? Cuando estábamos en la junta de los peleadores dijiste, este es un reto, pero yo tengo esto en el bolsillo.
No, pues obviamente, como siempre digo, o sea, todo está en la mente. Todo está en la mente, todo es cuestión de
his personality. His personality is
lo
hilarious.
que uno quiere, obviamente sin menospreciar
Remember when he made that fart noise?
Nada, solamente trabajo
And
duro
look
y
at David Benavidez.
I got everything in my head. Everything is about the head, the preparation, and I am ready for this. And I have no disrespect for my opponent, but I got this. And with that being said, you had a very tough lesson. What did you take from that to this fight? Tuviste una lección muy importante, muy difícil, que te llevaste de esa lección para esta pelea.
Nada, pues obviamente no dejarme guiar por tú sabes, por mente más débil que la de uno, mantenerme con mi personalidad, como siempre he sido yo, sabes, contento, bailando, riéndome y mantenerme esa esencia, que es lo que me ha hecho estar donde estoy por hoy.
Well, I just have to do what I do best, be myself, and, you know, always be happy and get going. And, you know, that's what actually has been the key to my success. Well, we look forward to seeing you for the rest of the week. Good luck on Saturday. Te vemos el resto de la semana. Te veo el sábado.
Gracias, mi amor.
Go ahead. That's my guy right. I love him. I'm sorry. That's my guy right there.
Our next two fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger, coming to us from Fajardo, Puerto Rico. He brings a professional record of 22 wins, just 2 defeats, with all 22 wins coming by way of knockout.
Who is
Currently
Morrell
ranked
fighting?
number 6 by Ring Magazine. He is the former IBF Super Lightweight Champion of the World. Let's welcome Subriel El Orgullo de Maternillo Matias.
No, I'm hearing. I thought you said N-word. Let me see. So y'all
Sergio Subriel Matias, when he wins decisively. 22 wins, 22 knockouts, but that glaring loss to Liam Paro jumps off the page.
Yes, it does, because Paro was also a southpaw, just like he's going to have to face on Saturday. But this is a man that learned from that hiccup, that loss in Puerto Rico. It's supposed to be a big hometown, you know, coming out party for him. That power. Now he has a second chance.
Subriel, you're a man on a mission, and you're back here to New York. You're a hop, skip, and a jump from that mission that you had over a year and a half ago. How does it feel? Hace año y medio comenzaste una misión y ahora estás aquí, es donde conoces muy bien y estás a un paso de esa misión. ¿Qué se siente?
Súper contento. Primero que nada, gracias a Dios, sobre todo a mi promotor, a mi equipo de trabajo que está tras bastidores y al que hizo esto posible.
I'm very happy. I am grateful to not only my team, but also my promoter, because they made this possible. When we talk about those lessons learned to that Liam Paro loss, what did you take to heart after that?
Or do I have to check that myself?
Hablamos de esa pelea contra Liam Paro que te llevaste cosas al corazón, de verdad te afectaron. ¿Nos puedes compartir algo de eso?
Afectar, no. ¿Sabes? Yo sí creo que bastante maduro en cuanto a aceptar, ¿verdad?, los errores y sobre todo asumirlos. Y hay errores que cuestan y a mí me tocó ese día perder, pero un año después estoy aquí y I'm the new.
Okay.
And the new. Affect me? No, not really. You know, it's about maturity to be able to accept, and mistakes have a cost, and that was my day. It was my price to pay. Now I'm ready, and he's ready to hear and the new. You're back in New York. You fight like you're a local here. People love you. How does that motivate you?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know.
Pues mira, ¿verdad? Sacando esa pregunta aparte, hay una bestia ahora mismo dentro
Matias is not as good as y'all say he is. That I'm pretty sure of. I've been watching him forever.
Besides that,
people were calling him the boogeyman and all that shit. He's not as good as he's overrated, but he's very good.
They can actually control that beast.
Pollo, I don't know how good he is. This is perfect. Okay. I don't know how good Pollo is. Like I don't know.
And now let's
need to put the hand cream on.
The defending world champion, coming to us from San Juan, de la Maguana en la
that has
República
been my thing with
Dominicana.
him since the
He
beginning.
brings an
When y'all were calling me a
undefeated
hater and
record
stuff,
with
I was like, yo,
24
I've been watching
wins,
Matias
10 of
forever.
his 24 wins coming
He's
by
good,
way
but he
of
wasn't what y'all were
knockouts.
saying.
Currently ranked number 2
It's
by
like
Ring
Madrimov.
Magazine.
Madrimov
He
had a
is
good
the
fight with
reigning
Bud,
and
and all of a
defending
sudden he's Evan Charles.
WBC
And it's like,
super
no, he's not.
lightweight
He's good, but
champion
he's not
of
that.
the world.
There's going to be a lot
Let's
of upsets on
welcome
Saturday. Morel's going to get his ass whipped.
La
Shakur Hands
Avispa
going to break. He is going to get outboxed. Hey, there's going to be a lot of slow things.
Alberto Puello, who currently fights out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Sergio, he wins, but always wins close. 3 out of his last 4 have been split decision victories, including his most recent against Sandor Martin. What did you learn about him in that fight?
I learned that he can actually outbox and outfight certain
I know
styles. I mean, Sandor Martin is a guy that gives everyone headaches.
I don't know
and
where
course,
his
Russell
chin
had a
is.
100% knockout
I know he
ratio.
fought
He was
Gary
able to handle a
Russell,
boxer and a
but I'm
puncher.
just saying,
That's
I don't
why
think
high
Gary
fight
Russell
IQ.
tested it enough. I think his head.
Alberto
Like, I'm
Puello.
feeling weird.
Welcome back.
Look at his
Good
frame
to
and
see you.
like,
And we talked a little bit yesterday. We were talking about
but
how
then he whips
excited
your
you are
ass.
and how you're so willing to show the Dominican power.
He looks
Full power here.
dehydrated all the
Tell me a
time.
little bit about that. Hablamos un poco ayer, bienvenido de regreso a New York, y hablamos un poquito de lo que estás listo para demostrar lo que es la fuerza dominicana. Háblanos un poco de eso.
Claro que sí. Primero que nada, gracias a Dios y gracias a mi equipo por llevarme a un nivel superior al que estaba antes y estoy preparado para este sábado por la noche dar la guerra.
Oh my God.
Of course, first and foremost, I want to thank God and my team for bringing me up to a higher level, and I am ready to go for a war on Saturday. We've always spoken about that rivalry between Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. A lot of people don't understand that there's basic differences, but in boxing, you guys are known for baseball. Puerto Rico is known for boxing. What do you have to prove on Saturday? No, muy poca gente habla de esa rivalidad entre República Dominicana y Puerto Rico. República Dominicana es conocido por la pelota caliente y Puerto Rico por el boxeo. ¿Qué tienes que decir tú al respecto?
Bueno, pienso que este sábado por la noche habrá una nueva victoria. Pienso que después de esta pelea, Dios mediante, va a haber una gran rivalidad entre los boricuas y los dominicanos.
Well, on Saturday with this victory, we're going to show that Puerto Rico has their own legacy, but Dominican is willing to also show up and show off on Saturday. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos pronto.
Yeah, she's a professional. And the funny thing is she's getting better and better.
That's the 4 undercard.
What's going on, brother?
And now we're about to turn our attention to the 4 men who will be making the walk in the co-double main event bill. By the way, look who's joining us now, Sergio. It's Mike Coppinger.
I'm around greatness. I mean, I got to tell you one thing, man. I love and appreciate great writing. Mike Coppinger, you know, I have a show called The Fighter and the Writer.
Certified.
I love your writing. Welcome to the broadcast.
What do you guys think?
No, I love it. I love the fact that I'm around greatness here, around Mike Coppinger. Come on now.
He's trying to give you the legend status here. Right before he takes you down with this argument. I know you heard this, Mike, right as you're about to get on stage. I asked Sergio, of the 2 main events, which one was going to be the most exciting? He says that it's going to be the Zepeda fight versus Shakur Stevenson. You couldn't disagree anymore.
Look, I think that Zepeda and Shakur has the opportunity to be a great fight. If Zepeda can fight his fight, we know Shakur is not going to really cooperate there. But Hamza, Shiraz, Edgar, Berlanga, we're talking about 2 big punchers, 2 guys with a lot to prove. Shiraz looking to fight Canelo Alvarez next year if he can win here.
No, I agree with you, but Shiraz struggled with Adames. So on the championship level, we've seen him struggle already. I think Zepeda,
but he was one-handed
punches around. That brings him to get smaller and smaller for Shakur Stevenson. And look, he knows how to handle volume punches. The reason I think that fight ends in a knockout is because when Shakur is forced to fight, he can actually hurt people, especially starts digging to the body of Zepeda. That's when you know he's going to slow him down. Yeah. I expect a knockout. I expect that to be the fight of the night.
Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Zepeda.
I think he's.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
Shakur Stevenson will knock out Zepeda.
Going to fight on 2 days' notice, Sergio.
Well, you're going to find out. Look, whenever you have aggression, whenever you have a guy that's,
I'm going to put money on it right now.
If he doesn't have much
right
power,
after this, I'm putting money on it
to be accurate. He's forced to find a way to beat him.
I'm putting
him. So look, it's going to be a boxer. I think Shakur's going to have to really fight this man off.
That last word, Mike.
Okay, I just want to point out for all the viewers here. When Sergio says the ring's going to get smaller and smaller for Shakur, he meant it figuratively. Turkey, I was joking about the ring shrinking.
All right, we'll meet all 4 men who'll be squaring off in our double main event. Right after this, you're watching DAZN, the worldwide home.
I was like, what? Let me see. You know Spanish. How much of this better you understand? Oh, I don't know Spanish. They had a they had a interpreter that he cut out in between. So he had talked, and then I was listening to the interpreter, and then I was he kind of has to knock out Zepeda or hurt him, or else he won't win. You think? I don't think it's that bad. I'm gonna tell you why. I was gonna wait on all this, but I'm about to bet. Man, this
DAZN, not just the home of boxing here.
I'm
We're
going
also the home of the
bet
FIFA Club World Cup, where the competition
Shakur knocking out
has reached the business end. The first semifinal
and I'm
takes
going to
place
tell you
today,
why in a
just
minute.
a few miles from here, as Fluminense face Chelsea at MetLife Stadium. Kickoff at 3 p.m., so you can flick right over for all the action live once we're done here at the Grand Arrivals. Here's Thomas Driver.
Dude, this fly is a pest like a mofo.
Next two fighters competing this Saturday in the
terms
first
of,
our double
something
main
the fans have
event.
to stop.
It is scheduled for
That's
12
what it's
rounds, and it will be for the WBC lightweight championship.
I highly doubt that. I
of
know
the
nobody
world.
expect that.
Let's
And I'm
first
about to
welcome
put a
the
Mac bet on it.
challenger coming to us from San Mateo Atenco, Mexico. He is undefeated with 33 wins, 27 of his 33 wins.
So why they
coming
announcing
by
Will
way of
Zepeda?
knockout.
So I thought
Ranked number 3 by Ring Magazine.
I thought
he is
Berlanga and
the
Shiraz
current
was going to be the
WBC
last
interim
fight,
lightweight
but
champion of the
Shakur
world.
Zepeda was
Let's
going to be
welcome
billed as the head
William
card
El Camarón
head fight
Zepeda
during the lead up. He didn't do that.
Well, Mike,
I
we know
think
Turkey
Shakur will
Al-Sheikh
KO
likes
Zepeda for the
exciting
same
fights,
reason
and
I
this
thought
is an
Haney
exciting
would
fighter.
KO Ramirez.
Yeah, look, William
Good
Zepeda, one of the
defense,
best action fighters in
I'll
all
see
of
you,
boxing. Great body puncher.
I think he's
And
going to be
that's really,
aggressive
Todd, is going to be the key to the
knock him
fight.
out.
Can Zepeda hurt Shakur to the body and slow him down?
Zepeda's a problem, though.
Yeah, because look, this is a man
If
that knows nothing
Shakur
else. He
wins,
knows how
do you
to box
think
his
he
body.
will
He
be
knows how
at
to
the
rip off
top?
the uppercuts.
I mean,
The
at
thing
the
about Shakur,
tank
he doesn't
fight
let you
and
close
walk
that
into the ring?
distance.
I don't
The
know.
thing about
Probably
Camarón
not.
is he
That's the only
forces
next
you
fight,
to
right?
fight.
Yeah, man. I don't
All right,
think
let's
he
sit
was
it down
still
now
allow
to
it.
Claudia Trejos.
Hey, Todd, first time in New York for you, yet you have already been here in your head. Can you share with us what you visualized? Es tu primera vez aquí en la ciudad de Nueva York. Sin embargo, en tu cabeza ya estuviste aquí.
Dude, she
¿Podrías
is.
compartir con nosotros lo que
Damn.
visualizaste?
Like, she's
Así es,
incredible.
estoy muy contento, muy emocionado, agradecido por la oportunidad y por mucho tiempo soñé con pelear aquí
She's
en Nueva
almost
York.
like
¿Quién iba a decir que en 2
irreplaceable.
años iba a ser mi primera pelea por el campeonato del mundo? Y pues vengo muy emocionado y contento.
Pero ¿qué visualizaste? ¿Qué te viste haciendo tú aquí?
No, yo me veía ganando y al otro día después de ganar me veía caminando en el Central Park con mi victoria, disfrutándola, pero creo que se va a cumplir disfrutando caminar ahí en Central Park con mi cinturón.
He's very happy, very excited to be here in New York. He never thought that only a few years later he'd be actually
Zepeda is
title
like
here in
a beautiful
the
human being,
city that
like a
doesn't
beautiful,
sleep.
kind
And then I just
soul.
made emphasis on the fact
that
that
he
he
fights like
visualized
a
something. And he
savage.
says, yes, I visualized me in a victory and the next day walking with my title and my belt in Central Park. And with that being said, you're basically coming to New York and you're facing a very, very skillful with a very, very deep pedigree in the amateur boxing, Olympian. What does that mean to you? Estás enfrentando aquí en la ciudad de New York a alguien que viene con muchas habilidades y obviamente con un pedigree amateur olímpico bastante extenso. ¿Qué significa eso para ti?
No, pues sabemos que tenemos un gran compromiso, sabemos de la calidad de nuestro rival, pero como siempre lo he mencionado, yo quiero pasar a la historia en esto del boxeo. Quiero escribir con letras de oro el nombre de William Camarón Zepeda y solamente venciendo a este tipo de rivales es como lo vamos a lograr.
I can see that.
I'm sure that I'm facing a very, very worthy opponent. I understand his skills, but you know, I'm going to take this opportunity and I'm going to write with golden letters my new victory in the history books of boxing. We wish you the best of luck and we'll see you the rest of the week. Te deseamos la mejor de las suertes y te vemos el resto de la semana. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Damn. I mean, damn, bruh. You know, I mean, that was a solid interview with solid questions.
World champion from Newark, New Jersey, a 2016 Olympic silver medalist, now undefeated as a professional with 23 wins, 11 of those 23 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 2,
he joked and had to
Magazine,
delete it because
he
was
is
taking it
the
serious.
reigning
Like,
and defending WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson.
Well, Sergio, correct me if I'm wrong, but any great fighter says
Go ahead,
your goal is to make
I
your
like
opponent
outfit,
fight
brother.
your style of
You
fight.
look like a
How does this
Kryptonian
man
while we
get
talking.
Zepeda to fight like him?
Look. I'm telling you.
I mean, he's going to stick to his MO. His MO is keeping that range, using that left-handed advantage, using the jab. That's the main thing. His accuracy is what makes Stevenson so difficult to beat. It's not the power, it's the accuracy.
Wants to fight
it down away.
their left.
Thanks, Don. I'm here with the champ.
I'll read it in paragraph.
Shakur Stevenson, you had a little bit of a signal there for Team Zepeda. What was that?
Oh, wait.
I'm just letting them know I'm ready and I'm coming. This is my spot. This is my opportunity. And I can't show the fans who I truly am.
It does feel like this is a moment where you get to remind people that you are great at every level of boxing. You have been throughout your career. Is that something that's giving you a little more energy this week?
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of doubters. There's a lot of haters. There's a lot of people that think that I'm not who I say I am. So Saturday night, we're going to see if they right or they wrong. And I promise you they wrong.
Damn.
Love the intensity, my man. Last one for me. You guys can hear it. He's locked in. There's been a little gamesmanship online between you.
That brother got the Mr. Glass
a lot
afro,
of people
though.
talking Tom and Jerry. Can we put this to rest right now? What's going on with all this?
If you call me Jerry, then I'm whooping Tom ass. So that's what I'm coming here for. So Tom, Jerry whooping Tom ass for sure.
You had a message for me yesterday, and you said it's a theme this week. What was that phrase you kept using?
Belt to motherfucking ass.
Oh!
Belt. Fuck is they talking about? Nah.
There he is, the champ, folks. One more time, give it up for Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah. That brother hair looked like he just slapped on it. Everything. Got the Mr. Glass fro. That's the only thing that scared me. The Mr. Glass fro is messing with me, but everything
Our next
else,
two fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest in the super middleweight division, and it is a WBC final elimination bout. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Ilford, Essex, England. He brings an undefeated record with 21 wins, 1 draw, 17 of his 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the undefeated former WBC silver, Commonwealth, and European middleweight champion and former world title challenger, Hamza
Hamza
Right, Mike, a lot of people here in the United States aren't too familiar with Shiraz, other than he carries a lot of class. He looks good, great smile.
Berlanga's my
super
God.
awesome
You never,
individual.
I
What
never
are we going to see in the ring from
Oh
him?
my God.
I think Hamza Shiraz, if he wants to score this win, which will be the biggest win of his career, he has to keep his fight long, use his feet, use his jab, and then punish Berlanga when he makes a mistake.
He's going to shoot the jab and drop a right hand down the. I mean,
but he's going to have to
there's
fight out
stuff
Berlanga.
I'm
Berlanga's going to have to use
exfoliating
his jab.
over
That's one thing that Shiraz has.
We'll talk about it.
That height, the youth. This is going to be an interesting fight. A fight that could end in a knockout.
We'll talk about it.
Folks, I'm here with Hamza Shiraz, one half
Dog,
of the main
nobody
event. Are you
matches
sure
Wade
you're a
Clemens' height.
168-pounder? You're as big as I am, my man.
No, alhamdulillah, I'm feeling great, man. Feeling great. Looking forward to putting on a spectacular performance in front of the Puerto Rican fans, the Mexican fans, and I'm glad to, get the opportunity to showcase my opportunity here.
It's been no nonsense all week from you this week. Even right now, standing next to you, I can feel the intensity. Tell me why this one's different.
Because I got a lot to prove. And like I said, it's the first one in America. And what a reception I've received here. Like the love I'm getting here and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
You walked around New York, and Edgar says he's the king of New York. And, you did a little skit here with the Ring magazine, and didn't seem like many people knew who he was. What was that all about?
It was just something that had to be done. You know what I mean? Something that had to be done. But like I said, come Saturday night, they all know who I am.
You got any final message for your fans all across the world and the people here in New York that are going to be watching on Saturday?
Just listen, inshallah, it'll be a great performance, a great fight, and it's my time to give back to you lot. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Hamza. Good luck on Saturday. Ladies and
gonna be a
gentlemen, one
bomb
more
burner.
time for Hamza Shiraz.
It's going to be a bomb burner. He seemed nervous.
And now
Yeah,
let's
he seemed a little
welcome
anxious. I ain't
from
gonna lie.
Brooklyn, New York.
Intense. Bit
His
anxious.
professional record, 23 wins, just 1 defeat. 18 of his 23 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current WBO and ABO super middleweight champion and a former world title challenger. Here is Edgar the chosen one, Berlanga.
Here we go.
Well, most people remember Edgar Berlanga not from his most recent fight where he knocked out a tomato can in round 1 in Orlando, but his fight against Canelo.
He loved the War Room, though.
Where does he sit in your mind, talent-wise, and in this
Dude,
division?
I'm telling you, Berlanga is thinner than y'all think
he gets dropped in round 2.
When I met him in person, I'm like, Berlanga
he certainly didn't impress.
He's kind of lean. When you see him in a ring, it's like he's humongous, but he's kind of lean.
Actually benefit Shiraz.
Like look at him in weight. Weight is lean.
People up after that Canelo criticism. This is going to be his night.
Folks, I'm here with the other half of your main event, Edgar Berlanga. This is your moment, your city, and you had a lot to say in this lead-up about Hamza, about the plans they have for him. What are your plans on Saturday night?
We locked in, man. First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for this opportunity.
Every question Wade has is very poetic.
I'm ready to destroy this dude this weekend. It's a big night, July 12th. We're about to turn up.
What's it mean to be here in New York, in front of your people? Not just the New York area, but the Boricuas, everybody in your corner. How does this moment feel?
Oh, it's amazing, man. I want to thank my people, everybody, that's coming out. July
He's very
12th.
calm. That's actually
It's gonna
good.
be a spectacular night, man. I'm locked in.
That's actually
super
good.
Locked in. And I'm ready to perform, man. It's a blessing to be here. The headlining in New York, where I was born and raised at. It's the concrete jungle.
Hold on, I may take
any
my
message
bet
to
back.
Hamza?
Bet
Him and his
you
team are
racked up
standing over
Berlanga
there.
misses
They
weight.
had a couple words to say as well. Any message?
I don't give a fuck about them. Fuck them. They already know the vibes, man. I'm outside. July 12th, we about to kick his ass. And move on to the next.
There you go.
And then last one from me. There's plans for the winner of this fight. Obviously, you're not looking past Hamza, but what would a win mean for your career?
First off, I don't give a fuck about his plans or what they got. You know what I'm saying? He got to go through me first. But July 12th is the night that I'm looking forward to right now. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot in the future. A lot of big fights to be made. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this weekend I got to fuck this motherfucker up. That's it. Beat him up and then we go on to the next.
That's it, folks. Give it up one more time for one half of your main event, Edgar Berlanga.
That's my dog, bro. That's my dog,
go
bro.
And hit a face-off here
You're gonna do the face-off, right?
Berlanga and Hamza Shiraz. Hamza, if you come back to the stage for us, please.
Okay. Wait, they're not going to do everybody else? Pause. Dude, this man got the smallest shorts ever. Like, brother, you in New York. You fighting in Queens. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This going to be rough, bro.
21-0-1 with 17 knockouts. An early prediction, Mike?
I like Hamza Shiraz in this fight. I know
I like Shiraz in the fight,
that
too,
was
man.
the
That's
most
what's
experienced
getting me,
opponent
man.
of his career. I think he learned a lot in that fight, and I think 160 pounds
Took the
was the
shades
wrong weight
off.
for him.
Oh,
Listen,
shit.
I absolutely
His eyes don't look
agree with
sunken
what you're
in
saying,
yet.
Mike, I could see Shiraz winning the fight, but can he do it all the way to the finish line? I think Berlanga's power,
Shiraz,
I think his intensity.
Hey, yo,
his
Matt's
speed,
been
just
saying
like he
this
did
for a
against
minute.
Quigley
That
and against
dude's a
others.
heavyweight,
This is a
bro.
man that can
Like
carry
that,
his power late.
even
I could
168
see
is too
Shiraz
small,
getting
bro.
knocked out in a fight that he's ahead in.
Hey, yo,
You hear the
this shit
language
crazy.
used by Berlanga.
Hey,
and the language
Berlanga, you may have
used
to
by
pull a
Shiraz.
Tyson
It's
and push him or
almost
something, bro.
class versus craft
Because he looking at
between
you
these
like
two.
you ain't
Even
shit.
Shiraz
Hey,
said that
Berlanga,
we couldn't be any more
choke
polar opposites.
Yeah, and I
push
think in
him.
the ring as well,
Like,
Todd. I think
you know what I
Shiraz
mean?
has the classier skills, the better jab, the
Berlanga,
better footwork.
push him.
Let's not forget.
I know you
Berlanga
hear me, dog.
hasn't faced a lot of class opponents either. This is going to be the second best opponent of his career. Look, let me tell you, if it wasn't for
Damn, that
that
was
dominant
intense.
fight that gave him the experience, Shiraz can cross the finish line.
Yo,
He knows when he's
hey,
behind.
look
This is going to
straight.
be an
Oh,
excellent
shit.
matchup style.
Hey,
But it's going to
hey.
come down to the late rounds, the championship
Oh,
rounds.
my God.
Is this man ready for
Shiraz
it? Is
got
Adonis
bad
ready?
energy.
Is Shiraz ready for
Hey.
it? We're going to find out Saturday.
Hey, Berlanga, I'm
Some
rooting for you,
choice
dog.
words
This
after
one
the
is
stare down, and it promises
Hey,
to be quite a
Shiraz
fight.
is
Remember,
a heavyweight.
two main events.
All day,
You've
every
got
day,
Hamza
bro.
Shiraz and Edgar Berlanga,
If Berlanga
as well as
misses
William
weight,
Zepeda
I would be
and
pissed.
Shakr Stevenson. But guess what? We got the week after that, July 19th, a
Hey, oh
massive
shit, he done left
double
his shirt.
bill
He in
live
shape.
here on DAZN.
Rouse ain't left shit. Damn. See, that's the thing. You shouldn't have. Damn it.
July 19th.
All right, everybody. All right, everybody. That was beautiful. That was. I'm happy you guys reminded me so I could do that reaction. That was beautiful. I'm proud of the War Room. Thank you so much, War Room. Let me see. Berlanga said he outside. That was dope. You got Berlanga in 7. I'm gonna tell you right now, before we do everything, man, do the everything, man, with Super Bud, I gotta play some bets. I gotta play some bets right now. Wait, am I? Oh, I thought I was sharing. I was about to say, dude, you saw my password and everything. Stuff go viral. Oh Lord. Okay. Man, I got Shiraz, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, brother. Hold on, we gotta play some bets on my bookie. All of this stuff wasn't planned, y'all. Y'all, the war room don't be playing. The war room do not be playing. The war room, like, hey, brother, forget all your jokey jokes. We got boxing to cover. It was like, okay, y'all right. Forget all the jokey jokes, fam. We got boxing to cover. Okay. All right. So I don't like the odds for the knockout. Like, a lot of people got the knockout, and it's kind of like, I thought that was like a different thing. Like, for me, like something I knew. It's like everybody's on it. Let me see. Okay. Listen, I just, let me place my bet first, and then I make the decision. Okay. Shakur Stevenson by KO. Boom. Shakur Stevenson by KO. What's the max bet? $2,500. You guys, I'm about to place the max bet on Shakur Stevenson knocking out William Zepeda. I know that's diabolical. Well, dude, I lost $1,000. When did that? I thought I lost. What's the last fight I had and I lost that much money? Because I lost $1,000. Oh, I bet on a knockout and then, well, about to happen again. I'm betting the max bet on Shakur Stevenson knocking out William Zepeda. Let me place the bet on my bookie. And let me tell you why. Hold on. I'm going to continue betting in a minute. Hold on. Let me stop sharing right now. Let me tell you why. I know. Hold on. We got to place the my bookie that I want to try. Let me tell you, what Matt just told me, I haven't seen Shakur wincing while taking off his gloves. But let me tell you this, bruh. I believe, and I've been saying this for years now, when I was calling Shakur Stevenson Sugar Shakur, it's because I think, listen, hear me out. It's because I think Shakur Stevenson has a mean streak. I always seen him as a demon. He's different. And when I met him and how he talks, he only talks about demolishing his eye. But here's the thing. Taco B is diabolical B. Okay, Petty B, I know. But let me hear you. Let me. That's one. Number two, if Shakur never hurt his hand, that bet wouldn't be crazy at all. Let that be understood. When he was coming from the Oscar Valdez shit and coming from Jamel Herring shit and the Yoshino, he was on a roll. When he moved up to Yoshino for the first time, moving up in weight, I said he's swatting too. And I'm like, that's Sugar Shakur. Like, uh-oh. But then he hurt his knuckle. And everybody called him a runner after that. But the thing is, he did run against Artem. And he was still healing from that. Then he fought Padley and dropped Padley multiple times, which can have a bit of smoke and mirrors because Padley had a day to damn train and prepare for that fight. I get that, okay? And he still moved his hands. And so I'm afraid of that a bit. But here's what I'm saying. When looking at Shakur Stevenson's attitude about this, I know that he's getting that confidence from somewhere. I don't think he's manufacturing that confidence. You look at his hair, you can tell that he's training. He just left from the gym. I think he got that confidence from not hurting his hand again, sitting down on his punches more, and everything's feeling a little bit healthier. I'm telling you, I think that confidence is coming from somewhere. The sparring sessions, him hurting people and stuff like that. And he's like, oh shit, I'm belt to ass. I think he feels closer to himself. I think he feels healthy, which means if this is a healthy Shakur, the Shakur that knocked out Yoshino, let's say Zepeda, this fight happened right after Yoshino and he never hurt his hands. That would not be a crazy bet. So what I'm gambling on is that Shakur Stevenson's attitude is coming from a place of confidence, of him seeing how he's feeling while sparring, punching, hitting the bag, and how he's recovering. I think he feels he has it figured out. I think he feels healthier. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, bruh, he's going to knock him out. Let me see. Berlanga, fifth KO. Hopefully, he knock out Turkey after. That's funny. But listen to me. Another thing, he said the whole Tom and Jerry shit. Unlike Bill Haney. Remember when Bill Haney came in and Bill Haney he took exception to the no running rule and how I feel about things like that, as he should, right? Defending his son. I understand that, or anybody who feels that way. Shakur Stevenson is lumped in that conversation because of how people perceive him. But unlike Bill Haney, I don't know how Devin Haney feels, but unlike Bill, Shakur Stevenson feels, I am not that. If y'all call me Jerry, you're going to see Jerry whoop Tom's ass. Shakur doesn't see himself as that. He doesn't see himself as a runner, and neither do I. I see him as walking you down, shoulder in between the shoulders. He's always there. He's always right there. He's never really running, only once against De Los Santos. And even then, he was pump fainting, and Santos wasn't doing anything. Don't forget, Santos threw less punches and landed less punches than Shakur. He threw less punches than Shakur. So I'm just saying. I'm saying, stop it, Biz. Bro, okay. At least that's how I feel about my money while I bet. You can feel how I'm just explaining me. All right, let me see. ShowBizz, Dr. King trying to love somebody. Love you, boy. Let me see. ShowBizz, nothing but a new boxing network. Love you, boy. I'm just saying, bro. That's why I bet the way I did. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever the hell you want. Now I'm about to bet on Shiraz, okay? Before we move forward. We haven't even started our show yet, so it's going to be a 2-hour show. But before we move forward, I'm about to bet on Shiraz. And I think I'm going to do another max bet. And Berlanga probably going to want to whoop my ass after that. Like, yeah, you see how you lost your money? You know what I'm saying? I know my brother. Let me see. And plus, Shakur told me, I said I shouldn't bet on Zepeda. He said, hell no. Berlanga by KO is a plus 236. I'm going to say Shiraz by KO. Oops, I'm not sharing. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me add to the MNF and stage. I'm going to say Shiraz by KO. Edgar Berlanga by decision is a big, that's like that roly shit. And that looking delicious. That look like I want to make that bet. But here we go. I want to be definitive with my bets this time. Max bet 2,500. Oh shit, I ain't gonna do all that. Let me see. How about a $500 bet? $500 get me 1,400. That sounds great to me. Let's place that bet. Shiraz by KO. All right, let's go. Let me tell you why there too. It is my opinion that he did better against Carlos Adames than many people think. We're not going to argue that. I called the fight. I remember our conversation. We were already arguing War Room about it. I thought he did better than people thought. But 2, he just moved up to 168. That dude was dehydrated at 160. He was weight drained as hell. The guy shouldn't even be at 168. When I look at Shiraz, and when I met him, I looked at him, I said, I'm thinking to myself, brother, you cruiserweight at least. All right, you're Jayo Bataya. So Shiraz is Jayo Bataya size. Fighting at 168, I think he was drained at 160, plus he injured his right hand against Carlos Adames. So he was fighting one-handed and weight drained. All right, so people are looking at the Carlos Adames fight because they don't really know him before that. Honestly, that was people's introduction, and they think Carlos Adames got robbed. Fine. But I'm saying because the fight looked like that and I always bring up why it looked like that. So when you place the bet later, you don't say, hey, ain't no excuses. I ain't got that kind of time. Why it looked like that, what happened, you got to be a smart bettor, all right? I think it looked like that because he hurt his hand in the middle of the fight, and he was drained at 160. Now going up to 168, you got Berlanga, not really known for great defense. Shiraz is bigger. I think he's bigger than Berlanga. He has great fundamentals. He got a devastating right hand, and people don't realize that either. He's going to have more power at 168 and be healthier. I think it may be one. And now I'm rooting for Berlanga. That's my guy. But I think it may be one. Let me see. Fight going to be good. I don't care what my doctor said. I'm drinking that night. Yep. P.S. Just kidding. He ain't tell me nothing. No, you're so damn please. Not just kidding. I won't drink. Just kidding. He didn't tell me nothing. Hit the Tyson bell. Okay. That's where I'm at. All right. So everybody, I'll place my bets on my bookie. Let me know how you're betting.
My bookie that I wanna try.
My bookie that I wanna try. Let me see. Hamza Shiraz got the gift against Adames. Probably. Who gives a shit? It's over. I'm just saying why I think it looked like that. This is why I'm betting. All right, it's a Tyson. Okay. Let's talk about finally. Let's talk about everything, man. Listen, I want this to be understood. Y'all can start everything that Bud Crawford can do. All right. Here's my thing with Bud Buddies. Bud Buddies have become my favorite fanboys because I've never known any fanboys like this. It is hysterical shit. Even the way they complain, even the way they cry, it doesn't irritate me as much because, number one, Terrence Bud Crawford is damn amazing. All right, so that's number one. But number two, what they're complaining about makes me laugh. It used to irritate. The forecast is detecting moisture. Y'all ain't no Terrence's Bud Wick. He's brother. For them to be, if you don't think Terrence Bud Crawford can beat every single fighter ever, you're hating. That's funny. You have people saying that for me to say Canelo is strong too, I'm hating Bud. That isn't even a statement. Even if I say Canelo was stronger than Bud, Canelo's bigger. He's a tank. He's built in a strong physical way, right? Terrence is leaner. Even if I said he was stronger, it wouldn't be a diss towards Bud. But I didn't even go there. I'll say he's strong too. No, he ain't. Only Bud is strong. Funny as shit, I'm telling you. Bud can kill two stones with one bird. All right? Bud Crawford has counted to infinity twice. Bud Crawford is the everything man. Let me see. Bud beat Chuck Norris in a Chuck Norris contest. I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you. Bud Crawford has outstared the sun. Listen. Bud Crawford is the everything. Bud Crawford is the everything man. He can do it all. He can do it all. Look. Let me give you guys the receipts because I've noticed that Bud Crawford is the everything man. I noticed that 2-3 years ago. Receipts, motherfucker. Super Bud. The everything man. Terrence Bud Crawford, he must be the best athlete in boxing history. I've seen this man play basketball.
Hey, he out here working. I think a bug.
throw 60-yard passes in football. Deadlift 455 pounds. Okay. Wrestle. Impressive karate kicks. Golf. Car racing. Backflips. He's doing it all. Okay, I guarantee y'all can put it on. Yeah, and I can put some money on it.
Oh, Lord. Oh, come on, I told you don't the bad stuff, sir.
He said he bigger on those stones.
Oh my God. Yo, baby, we love it. It's Crawford. I can't believe it. Go for it. Go hurt yourself. Go hurt yourself. No, you wasn't. You thought you was. Let's try it again. No.
How does he do against Canelo? Was he strong?
Super Bud, the everything man. Listen, here's the thing. Super Bud, the everything man. He did do all that shit. He's like Bud knows Bud. He did do that shit. I know there's a lot of Bud Crawford fanboys right now. There's Bud Booty Buddies in here right now who is saying that was hating Bud Crawford, that this video was hate, that I spent time editing, finding all those moments that Bud has done incredible things. That is what make fanboys, the Booty Buddies, so funny. You can educate. There's 1,700 people in here. Educate over 1,000 people, almost 2,000 people on things that Bud Crawford has done outside of boxing, and the Booty Buddies say you hate him for it. They are the funny. You hate him. I want Bud to block you because I'm saying he's an amazing athlete. Dude, you can't. I've said put Bud on the Mount Rushmore, and they said that's hate. Listen, bro, Booty Buddies, you can't love or hate Bud. You can't get more infatuated with a human being, which is why he is the everything man. He is the everything man. You can't get more, and they're not, listen, they're mad at themselves. They think that they are Bud. I'm like, Bud is great. You make me feel bad. It's like, huh? Let me see. You're trolling. Has got me rolling. I'm not even trolling, but let me break it down. Canelo is Bud at 168. That's why Canelo will win. Let me see. He can dunk too, Biz. You forgot to show that. He can dunk too. There's stuff, yeah, right. There's stuff I forgot to show. Bud was born before his dad, brother. To say Bud lost his virginity before his dad. Oh my God, Bud Wick is real. The dude is a special athlete. I saw Bud walk on water and he died for our shit. Nah, Biz is Bud Norris. Dr. King tried to love somebody. It's so weird. Crawford didn't have these kind of fans before Spence. I know he beat Spence. I've been riding with him in a non-fanboy way since the Prescott Burns era. I've been with Bud since the beginning. These guys were not here. Nope. Where did they come from? Nope. They came from when the Spence and Bud Crawford thing started. So they picked a side. And a lot of it was due to the hate of the PBC. So a lot of people went Terrence Crawford. They didn't really know him. But when he won, oh my God. Oh, let me see your Instagram post made Met Day. You too funny. Brother, I'm telling you, he's Bud Norris out here. Bud beat Chuck Norris in a Chuck Norris contest. hey, listen, bro. Listen, I want to say this. Bud Buddy's delusional. I still think Crawford can win, but these fanboys act like Canelo has no chance. This is the thing. So Bud fans doing more than Canelo fans. Yes. Bud collected all 7 Dragon Balls too. Don't forget. That's a fact. Listen. I'm thinking, now you got to understand the source. You got to understand who I am. All right. And what I've said before. I'm thinking Crawford versus Canelo is one hell of a fight. And I'm thinking him beating Canelo is so improbable that if he does, he is Mount Rushmore. You can't, brother. If he beats Canelo, that shit has never, ever been done. If he beats Canelo, anything like Canelo can't even get hurt by a Kovalev, by a Triple G. If Terrence Crawford beats him, and I'm not saying Floyd did it. Canelo dropped down to 152 for Floyd, and Floyd was more experienced. Canelo was wet behind the ears. Fine. But this is a two-time undisputed Canelo at 168, no rehydration clause. Bro, if Floyd Mayweather were to fight, think about where Floyd came from, lightweight, okay? I've mentioned that Floyd didn't do crazy shit like fight Triple G. And people said, well, what, you want Floyd to lose? That'll be stupid. Exactly. Let alone fight at 168. If Floyd were to beat Canelo at 168, that's what this is. That's with no rehydration clause and undisputed. Number one Biznatic here, bro. I've got a thing going on in my body that I'm going to beat. Yep. You and the war room got my mind in a better place. Bud Norris, yep, you're going to do that shit. Hit the Tyson Bear. Forget that thing. True story. Bud once walked on top of water. That's true. Off topic. You watch Sinners Biz? Brother, come on. Don't ask me no diabolical shit like that. Of course I watched. Let me see. No shit. But listen. You're so compromised. I know. But listen. If Floyd Mayweather, do you understand if Floyd Mayweather fought at 168? Where did Floyd start? Featherweight? Where did Floyd start? Where did Floyd start? Where did Floyd start? Featherweight? Let me see. He started at 130. That's not even a real weight class, really. Lightweight. Okay, he started at lightweight. Okay. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. Listen to me. That's the same thing. If Floyd were to beat Canelo at 168 with no rehydration clause, Floyd, that's what Crawford's trying to do, bro. Bud turned water into wine. Bud got 5 Infinity Stones. 100. Do you Sure is. If Floyd were to beat Canelo at 168, two-time undisputed Canelo at 168, while being 3 years older than him, if he were to do that, it would be no question that Floyd Mayweather is, I would put him up against anybody. And that's he started at 126. Okay, he started at 126. Fine. Oxygen needs Bud to live. Hey, that one got me. Let me see. You got to wear a Bud hat on Taco Tuesday now. Right. Listen, the lies you tell. How about this? If Floyd were to beat Triple G, no, that's not even that, because Floyd fought at 154. Bud can divide by 0 twice. Brother, Bud never fought at 160. He never fought the weight class. That is literally if Floyd were to beat Canelo at 168. But let me tell you about me. I don't know how David Benavidez will look against Yard. This life is hilarious. It's hilarious. I don't know how David Benavidez will look against Yard, because he hasn't really been fighting like heavy. He fought Volsic and it looked a little strange. Now he's going to fight Yard. David Morrell he hasn't really got into like heavyweight yet. Morrell was a super middleweight moving up. So let me see. Being suspicious isn't a problem. It's a narrative that Bud is too small. Hence why I always bring up Usyk. May the best man win. I know. But listen. I've brought this up many times, Nunez. I'm trying to help y'all. Clear it up, Biz. You think Crawford can win? No sales pitch, no promo, just your real thoughts. I'm betting 20,000. Do you think? Why do y'all keep asking me? Why do y'all keep asking me? Okay, tell me what you want me to say. Because I told you what I think. Tell me what y'all want me to say. It's like Teofimo moves up and beats Benavidez. I know. Tell me what y'all want me to say, in order for me to be speaking the truth. Because I have logical reasons, I think, for Canelo to win. What do y'all want me to say for it to sound like truth? That Crawford will KO Canelo. I'm sure. I'm just wondering what y'all want me to say. So here's the thing. I think Canelo knocks out Crawford. I'm betting $20,000 on Canelo beating Crawford. And it's because I've never seen Crawford fight above 154. And Crawford is 38. I do think he's human, and I think he ages. Crawford started at 135. And Crawford fighting style, he does trade a lot. Stylistically, I think it's a bad matchup. All of that shit is logic. But I must be compromised, because I'm not saying that Crawford can do all things. That he could go to 168, that his IQ was so crazy, it doesn't matter what Canelo has done. He got that dog, but Canelo doesn't. Canelo 5'7", fighting Berlanga, fighting Callum Smith, fighting Kovalev, fighting Bivol at light heavyweight. This is what that's dog and skill. Ignore all that, ShowBizz. Bud Crawford can't age at 130, at 38 years old. Crawford only looked like that at 54 because Matrimov was Ezra Charles. Like, what? How am I the one without logic? How am I the one that's compromised? That's Bud booty buddy talk. I can understand if you think Bud wins, but that doesn't mean that I'm insane. Right? I've often brought up how rare doing that is. Usyk going from cruiserweight to heavyweight and being a champion isn't that rare. I've seen Michael Moore. I've seen Holyfield. I've seen many fighters go from cruiserweight champion to undisputed champion to heavyweight. I've seen that. That's not as crazy as a lightweight beating an all-time great, undisputed super middleweight. The highest that lightweight has gone is 54. He's going to jump up in one bound. He hasn't fought in over a year. Canelo's busy. He just fought. Like, I'm the crazy one? I'm bringing up logical shit and I'm crazy? Everything that makes up boxing, experience, resume, size, chin, power, IQ, skill level, all the things that busy activity, all the things that bring up boxing. Canelo marks more of the checklist in that matchup than Crawford. And I'm crazy? I'm on my soapbox. Hold on. I'm on my soapbox.
He didn't get out of the Constitution car.
This is why I said he's everything man. I'm saying he's everything man, not because y'all think Bud wins. It's y'all shitty attitude about it. If somebody think Canelo wins and he happens to be black, he must be sold out. It is the most ridiculous shit you guys, y'all. I've been watching boxing a very long time. And because I think it's unlikely I'm crazy, I've never seen it happen. You lose all your bets. That's another damn lie. So why lie to yourself to make an argument? I win more. I got over $30,000 in my bookie right now. That's probably more than you got, your whole household has in your bank account. That's just in my bookie from winnings. What are y'all talking about? I got that kind of time. Does it play out like Benavidez versus Boo Boo? Yeah, you can definitely can. Yeah, that's your logic is great like always. The problem is he wrestles. All he has done is beat Spence. Let's give both fighters their flowers. Thank you. Bud is immortal, Biz. He doesn't age. Duh. But that's the thing I'm not factoring in. The one time we seen Bud in a higher weight division, he had a close fight. It was the first time his punches didn't hurt his op. Now he's going to be a problem at 168 for the champ. It's so crazy. Bud started my car battery with his bare hands. No, why are you using your brain, Biz? Exactly. I don't think you lying. I think Canelo will win also, but I think there's a real possibility Crawford wins. Do you? That's all. I do. Yes, I think everybody great can win, but it's highly unlikely, right? If y'all were to ask me, who wins Bam Rodriguez versus Tank Davis, and then y'all make Bam Rodriguez gain the weight, jumps up and fight Tank, I'll be like, there's no way. Bud Body slammed a great white. 100%. He did. Let me see. Let me ask you this. Facts are in the bank. Love you, boy. Let me ask you this, bro. Bud buddies, do y'all think that Tank can jump up to 154 after fighting just 1 year and beat Bud Crawford? For a lot of common sense reasons, right? A lot of common sense. Let me ask you this. Do you think, let's say Shakur Stevenson beat Tank. If Shakur Stevenson beat Tank at lightweight, do you think he can beat Boots? If Shakur beat Tank and have a great win against Tank, do you think he can beat Boots? Let me ask you a different question. A logical conversation between fight fans and fanboys is damn near impossible. Rooting for Bud, but logic is telling me Canelo. Yep, that's how I feel. No, Bud, buddy, I just see a world where T said, yes, I see a world where Terrence Crawford beats Usyk, right? I mean, I see a world I could see a lot of weird shit that Crawford just run around real fast and duck and get away from Usyk and hit him with a jab. I can see a world where anything happens, right? But listen, let me ask you a different question. If Shakur was going to fight Boots, and I thought Boots would win, would that make me crazy? If Shakur was going to fight Boots and I thought Boots would win, would that make me crazy? No. Shakur's a great fighter. Hell no. But when it comes to Bud, now you get it, right? Now you get it. Anything but your precious Bud. That's why this podcast is what it is. Bud will teach a boxer. A boxing will teach a boxer. Boxing will teach a boxer. Hit Tyson bit. All right, so everybody, let's move forward. It makes you a logical thinker. Yeah, I just logic. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Hold on. I got this. I got that. I got this. Yeah, we got okay, here we go. Listen, StreamYard switched everything around, and I don't even know how to use StreamYard. But check out what Roach had to say.
That's how you gotta look.
This shit chopped up. Niggas say you get choppy. They said I'm fat, man. Where? What is they talking about?
Used to call that
Never.
Cut up like a bag of dope. In my line, Slim, joker.
I'm a real professional out here, Slim. I ain't one of them fat boys that just be doing anything. I be in the gym, nigga. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Stop playing with me before I fuck this nigga up for real, for hurt y'all feelings.
To that, I want to say this. That's the energy I'm talking about. And if we irritated you to get you in that mindset, I'm going to say it again. Get your ass in the gym. Because I think that, Roach, is a problem for Tank. Stay there. Not the blinking, slow blinking, and not that shit. Stay there. That's where I need you. And if these takes are irritating you to be on that, I'm going to say it again. Get your ass in the gym. Because this shit and drinking beer, no, I ain't got that kind of time. Let me see. You say a bad matchup, but what matchup has made Bud look confused? He figures out everyone. Batman. Every time. Batman. Canelo hasn't dealt with that kind of adjustment speed in years. Oh. Let me see. Snack finna have Bud on 10. Conte been waiting for this. Okay. Here's the thing, brother. Here's the thing. By CA World, I mean it's likely. I'm a boxing fan, by the way. You a troll. I want to see where I see a world where he beats Usyk is hilarious. Yeah. You see, yeah, I don't listen, Saint. Listen, I don't know what to say, Saint. What do Saint? Okay, this is what I mean. I'm not sure what you want me to say to make you feel good. It's right now you're just looking to feel good. I mean, Andres is doing the same thing. He's looking for me to tell him something to make him feel good about how he thinks.
right? You guys should know me by now. I can sit on the line, but that's never been how I predicted fights. Because I think y'all come here for more than that. Who doesn't sit on the line? I can give y'all the same bullshit predictions. I can sit right here and be like, listen, I'm leaning towards Canelo, but hey, Crawford is very good. Crawford got high IQ, speed, and I can see him winning. Then you ain't tell me shit. That conversation I've been hearing since a kid. You ain't tell me nothing. Y'all all say that I flip-flop when I actually am one of the very few who, with a large platform, who just go with one because y'all deserve it. That's why when I lose a bet or a prediction, y'all get to mark it and say, ha ha, and hold on to that moment. All the ones that I got right, you don't look at. You hold on to that moment because y'all know where I clearly stand. I'm not trying to make sure y'all don't troll me by saying both. So what y'all going to get from me is, who you got, Biz? Stand on it. And I've been like that since the beginning. Who do I have? Canelo. How? By KO. Why? Terrence Crawford is 3 years older. He has never been at 168, never even campaigned at 160. He starts at 135. I've seen Canelo fight at 175, and Canelo has a far greater resume than Terrence Crawford. That's why. Well, say something good about Bud, too. I'm not hating Bud. Y'all asking me who I got and why. Then I make y'all moist, and then y'all say, well, tote the line. I give you how Bud can win. There he goes flip-flopping. What the hell do y'all want? What the hell do y'all want? Look, you say bad matchup, but that matchup has never been ever made Bud. But what matchup has ever made Bud look confused? Madrimov. Y'all said he was twitchy, and Ezra Charles, he figures out everyone. Every time. Every time he fought somebody, 154 and down. Yes. I'm not going to say because he beat somebody knocking out welterweights that he'd knock out everybody he faces, regardless of the weight class. So I'm not going to say because he knocked out Spence at 147, he could knock out Bivol at 175. There must be a limit to his impossibleness, which is a contradiction. There must be a limit. There must be. He beat everybody within this weight class, knocked everybody out until he got to 154. That went 12. The scorecard was 115, 113. Okay, let me extrapolate that. So when he goes north of 147, the guy Madrimov was 11-1. He goes north of 147. He doesn't have the same power. Okay, then let's say 160. Okay, then let's say 168 against one of the greatest chins you ever seen. Now, what did I get from Canelo? Canelo hasn't dealt with the kind of adjustment speed in years. But I've seen Canelo fight Plant. Oh, that's too far ago. See, now you're stripping away Canelo's achievements. I've seen him fight Plant. Seen him fight Lara. I've seen him fight Trout. I've seen him fight Amir Khan. I've seen him fight Floyd. I've seen him fight Bivol. There's nothing that I think Crawford's going to show him that he has not at least dealt with. That's called experience. And experience raises your IQ. All logical shit. But that doesn't work for you because all you want me to say is that Bud wins. Bro, I can't help you. I cannot help you. I can't say Bud wins for you because then I'm going against myself and what I think. And I'm telling you why. Y'all gotta live with it. Y'all gotta live with it until fight night. ShowBizz, that's how he feels about it.
with reasons that's understandable. Y'all got to live with it. Let me see what y'all have to say. If Bud gets some of that Diddy oil and hit Canelo and switch angles every 3 seconds, Bud just like Tank won't beat Jake Paul. But here's my thing. But then I say this, meaning that to me, on how I see the fight, if Crawford wins, he's on my Mount Rushmore. ShowBizz, no, he isn't. Yes, he is. He's on my Mount Rushmore because I see this as highly improbable. Bud buddies can't live with that either. It's the strangest shit. Some of the Bud buddies in the war room today definitely ride the short bus. They can't. Crawford can't show Canelo anything he hasn't seen. That's what I'm saying. When can I teach Biz wrestler arm math before boxing? I don't think Bud get past Saunders, Plant, Triple G, Callum Smith, or I'm saying they're all too big and skilled. That's what I think. Tank versus Bud, not good example. Okay, think height and reach. All right, you got it. I said Bob Foster and Frazier, but I don't know, brother. Whatever makes you feel okay, brother. All right. All my examples aren't good. You come up with your own. No, you got me backwards. I don't care who wins. I love boxing. I just love to talk about it. I got Canelo winning also. Okay. I mean, then what's the problem? I said what I thought Bud can do to win. If you ain't around for that, I don't know what to tell you. Not one person has said how Canelo beats Crawford. I know how. Always size, power, Spence take. I know exactly how. Is it a jab, which combo trap? That's the winning game plan. I know exactly how. Bruh, okay. Listen. Let me tell you what's going to beat him. I'm going to tell you what's going to beat him. Canelo fights everybody this way. I'm going to tell you what's going to beat him. First of all, people don't see the op Canelo as what he really is. They just diss him, right? They don't see how he actually stalks his opponents. They think he can't. They see his footwork as just in the mud and he can't take a step. That's where y'all got it effed up. 100% effed up. Y'all don't know his hand speed and head speed. That's where y'all got it really messed up. Another thing is y'all think Crawford's going to run. He's not. Crawford's going to let his hands go. He's going to try to land on Canelo. Let me tell you what Canelo does. How Canelo backs you up is with that lead left hand. He comes in just like this with that lead left hand. He puts it on one shoulder. He did it to Charlo all night. He puts it on one shoulder and make you go this way. He does this. He has this cock to hit you with the right there on your shoulder. So he makes you go this way. And when you do, he hits you with that left hook. And he's only going to be hitting the arms of Crawford for the first couple rounds. Bam, 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 bam. And what I'm saying is Crawford isn't Berlanga. He isn't Callum Smith. He isn't Bivol. He isn't huge people who can try to absorb those punch breakdowns. Bivol himself said that Canelo punches harder than Berlanga. It ain't going to take many punches to shake up Crawford. That's my problem. If Crawford was a light heavyweight, it'd be different. But his body frame as a grown man once fought at 135. Bruh, punches that dropped Berlanga, punches that hurt John Ryder, punches that broke the orbital bone of Billy Joe Saunders, punches that dropped Munguia, punches that stopped Caleb Plant, is going to wreck Crawford. And that's the Black Two Sugars, because Gamboa rocked Crawford. Mean Machine dropped Crawford. So punches that drop Berlanga is going to Amir Khan Crawford. And that's the black two sugars, bro. That's the black two sugars. But y'all don't see it because it's hard to see Bud that way. And I get it. I get it. It's hard to see him humping the canvas. I get it. I get it. But y'all haven't seen Canelo punch a welterweight in a long time. You'll see. He's used to sitting down on super middleweights and light heavyweights. The punches that knocked out Kovalev, watch. And y'all think he ain't going to hit Crawford once. That's what y'all got to admit. Y'all think he's going to go 12 and not hit him once. Okay. Okay. Stab jab to the body. Yep. 2-3 combination. Check hook. Yep. Bud by unanimous decision. Okay. Your turn. What's Canelo's plan? I just said it. Break down boxing wise in the ring. Yep. And here's my thing. In 10 years, how often has Bud gone 12? Don't even factor the fact of more weight. And he's never been at 168 carrying that weight. Don't factor that in. In 10 years, how often has Bud gone 12? Let's push for Dubois versus Bumgardner. Aliens waiting on Bud to die before they invade. That is funny. Canelo, best head in boxing. Head movement. Two things survive a nuclear bomb: cockroaches and Bud Crawford. Funny. Biz style wise, I don't think Bud ever fought anyone like Canelo style. 100%. Not even close. Not even anybody with the IQ of Canelo. He hasn't fought anybody on the level of Canelo. Biz, I won the New Zealand powerlifting comp. Nice for the war room. My deadlift is more than 500 pounds, which means I can beat Canelo. Let me see. If Shiraz beats Berlanga, what do you think of having him fight Pacheco for a Canelo fight eliminator? They're saying he's going straight to Canelo. So, but that'd be nice. The Canelo stalk is calculated and scary. It is, but they think his feet doesn't move. Okay. I think whoever has the best timing wins. Who do you think has better timing? Bud knocks out McGee. I don't know about that, but I think Bud Crawford has better timing. Yeah. What kind of bell do you have? Tyson bell. Let me see. This is a mismatch, but because it's Bud, we are being respectful. If he makes 12, it's a win for him because I don't see it. Yep, Canelo is unbeaten at 168. That's another. He's unbeaten at 168. That's a fact. Bivol even said Canelo hits harder than Better BF. Yep. Let me see. Bud years ahead of Canelo. Okay, years ahead of Canelo. Crawford is levels above, which will show in September. Okay, accumulation punches will beat Canelo. Okay, Canelo ain't landing shit. He won't land anything. Okay, that's a very logical take. Will we get a black two sugars with Canelo and Bud? I hope so. That's not really on me. I would love to. Let me see. It's on them. The entertainment, the factual, the showbiz. Hit Tyson Bell. I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo outboxes Crawford. Okay, now I'm gonna go further. Watch this. Same page on this fight. I think it's more likely than you think for Crawford to win. I ain't mad at your breakdown of this fight. It doesn't matter likely. I don't care about likely. Showbiz, who do you have winning? Canelo. Why? Bingo. I ain't got no time. Oh, I think it's 30%. Well, it should be 42. I ain't got that kind of time, bro. Let me see. The disrespect to Bud is insane. Canelo is not two-time undisputed. He is. Bud made history, and y'all still say who he fought. What the F? And you say, boxing. But listen, that is a bad take. That's you not knowing boxing. Right? So I'm going to say this again. The accolades isn't the same as who you fought. Case in point, Deontay Wilder has the same amount of heavyweight champion defenses as Muhammad Ali. If you think that's the same, then you're stupid. That's the black two sugars. Then you're dumb, bro. All right? Devin Haney becoming undisputed is not the same as Crawford becoming undisputed. If you think Devin Haney beating Kambosos for undisputed is equal to Crawford beating Spence for undisputed, then you're slow. All right? That's the black two sugars. So when you say clown, you don't get it. Your op is greater than your accomplishments.
That's the black two sugars. The ops get you prepared, not the accomplishment. So when people cherry pick for a belt, let's all go rush to fight Rolly because now he's a champion. You can fight a guy who's not champion of shit. So, and it'll be a greater thing. Canelo fighting William Skull, who was the IBF champion, would not be the same as fighting Mbili. It would not be the same as fighting Pacheco. It would not be the same as fighting a David Benavidez without a belt. It won't be the same. And you don't get that because you don't know boxing. And you keep saying that we don't. It's you. It's you. You don't gain your experience from a belt. You gain it from who you fought. And you don't know that. That's the black two sugars. Is if Bud beat Canelo and go to Unify in 3 weight classes, where do you rank him about all time? Great. All in can see is a moral victory for Bud, a moral victory for Bud. As much as I want him to win, logic got my money on Nello. I'm saying Bud once had a conversation with a mime. Watch Canelo fight Munguia in the pocket in that fight. It is a beautiful combination puncher too, as much as Bud. Listen, bro, people know exactly what we're saying. They're just talking. It always the ones that say you don't know boxing that don't know boxing. Yep. LOL. Canelo by body shot. Brother, everybody who stay casual, let me tell you this. Everyone who calls us casuals and say we don't know boxing are not only impressed, but envy what we actually do here. I bring it up all the time. Where are those names when we're up at 3 a.m. watching a Japanese card on a Tuesday? They ain't here. They don't love boxing as much as we do. We watch everything, and we got the videos, the live commentary to do it. Watching fights that people don't even know who they are, and we're watching it, and I'm calling it excited about it, and we're laughing and having a ball in the war room, and these idiots only show up at the end for the main event. But even if I was a casual, I'm not now. I've watched too much boxing. But the thing is, I know my history. So they say you don't know boxing all because they're jealous. Let me tell you what people do now. They say the opposite of how they think. So whatever they're thinking, they say the opposite to you. That's called jealousy and envy, bro. It's the black two sugars. It's the black two sugars. How they feel, they see that you spew all this knowledge and you go through all this. How do you call that casual? No, I'm only saying that out of hate. I'm trying to hate, but you are actually impressed. People say the opposite. Very, very, very. I would call it feminine, but like I said, the females are far more alpha than guys now. Resendez should be Buzz audition for Canelo. That would be great. That he would definitely get Bud ready. Okay, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Hold on. Now this, I saw somebody say that's a sign of weakness for how they. Let me show you a sign of strength. Check out David Allen and Fisher. Check this out. For y'all casuals out there, Dave Allen knocked out Fisher. We called the fight. We called them both. Dave Allen knocked out Fisher. And now training them, showing this is how I whooped your ass. And for Fisher to be like, thanks, because I need to know what I'm doing wrong. That's why I say everyone needs an ass whipping.
Everybody needs an ass whipping, bruh. Because an ass whipping shows you what you're doing wrong. An ass whipping improves you. You need to find out what your limits are, get your ass whipped, and that's the best way to grow past your limitations. And he actually doing it with the op. This is Apollo Creed Rocky 3. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Biz, do you think this fight can be similar to the Jacobs fight, but different? Jacobs a big guy. He was actually bigger than Canelo Alvarez, and he had a rehydration clause. It's not even. I think it would be like Kell Brook versus Triple G. People bring up power and size difference. What if that isn't a problem for Bud? Well, it's not. He's everything, man. The fact people are saying Canelo outboxes Bud is wild. Everything, man. No, nobody. How can Canelo outpunch Bud? How can Canelo do anything more than Bud? Bud beat Spence. Let me see. Plant, Berlanga, and Kovalev don't move like Bud. Yep. They stood still and got caught, all of them. Well, that's because Bud wins. Let me see. Nello cutting off the ring is underrated. His defense is crazy. No way he got knocked out. He gets knocked out. I do see Terrence Crawford hurting him, though. That don't mean TC wins. I don't even know how. I've never seen. I only seen Canelo hurt a long time. I haven't seen him hurt in so long that I don't even know how Bud can do that if he couldn't hurt Madrimov. Charlo version of Canelo eats Crawford alive. Biz, do you think the fight can be similar to? Oh, I already answered that one. Let me tell you something, bro. You're making a point with Canelo, then conclude with Buzz, a wrestler. Logic is biased when you bet on Spence. You said the same thing. Okay. I'm joking with Buzz, a wrestler, but I thought, here's the thing. I thought Bud was going to beat Spence. Yeah, everybody who follows or watch, everyone saw me say Bud was going to beat Spence. I was like, I just don't know but what happened was I saw Spence at the tail end at the media workout, and I said, Spence going to beat him. But Spence was like 165 right there. But I was looking at how he looked, and I was like, he's going to beat him. Then when I saw him at the weigh-in, I was like, oh, shit. And then fight night, it was a wrap. But I didn't think Spence was going to win up until the media workout. And that's why I said I was dumb as hell. Listen, everybody. I thought Spence was going to beat Bud at the very end. That was dumb. I don't really know what to say. Hey, have you ever watched Happy Gilmore when he's talking to the Apollo Creed guy, Carl Weathers? Love you, boy. And he was like, you're smart. I'm dumb. You're attractive. I'm not. Like, I was dumb for picking Spence, an idiot for picking Spence for a few reasons. And it all showed up. I'm dumb. You're smart when it comes to Spence. And I mean, I can't really say anything else. I'm a dumbass moron for picking Spence. I really can't say. I really don't know what else to say. Floyd beat Canelo. Best thing ever happened to him. That's a fact. Any update on why we haven't got the Tank versus Roach 2 announcement? I'm starting to think that Tank is doing this on purpose. That's what I'm starting to think. Just to make Roach try to have his guard down. But we're not playing. We've been sending Roach a bunch of get your ass in the gym just for that. Let me see. Is that fight in jeopardy? Or I have no idea. Wait, he beat Spence. Don't you dare pick anyone else. Hey, exactly. He beat Spence at 147. That's all you need to know. I'm going to tell you. The thing is, Crawford beats Canelo because ShowBizz bet money on Spence to beat Crawford. That's really what it is. And the powers I have, listen, if he's everything man, I'm anything man. Bud is everything man, I'm anything man. For that to be y'all logic, ShowBizz, you thought Spence would beat Bud. That means Bud beats Canelo is brilliant. Let me see. Bud fan, Canelo slowly takes away his tool, sadly. Yeah. Listen, this is how I see it. This is what I see. And like I said, I know I'm anything man. All right. It doesn't mean
let me make this announcement first. Because I have a prediction, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. It doesn't mean this. I know this. It doesn't mean I'm right. I think what y'all don't understand is you guys are asking me for my take, but you're not asking me to predict the future, to say that's definitely going to, because I don't think I have that power. All right. So when I'm talking, I'm saying what my take is and what I think, and y'all listen to it, but it doesn't mean it's true. We don't know what's true until September 13th. And listen, if y'all think I'm not human and I got superpower, then take it how you want. All right. And if y'all say that I've been wrong before, I'm sure I will be wrong again. It's a prediction. And if you guys have been right since the very beginning with every boxing match you call, then like I said, you better than I am. I'm not going to be 100% right. All right. I want that to be understood. Okay. Now, let me tell you what I think happens. I think, not that it's going to happen. I think it's going to be like Drago versus Apollo, Rocky IV. It's going to be like Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney in the 12th round. Remember when Ryan Garcia was playing with him and did like this? Remember when Drago was looking at Apollo and just like that? Because Apollo was a shell of himself. I think Crawford is going to be a shell of himself at 38 years old with all that weight on him. That's what I think. He's fighting Canelo in his weight class without a rehydration clause. Undefeated at 168, undisputed. I think a 38-year-old Bud who hasn't been active at 168, 2 weight divisions north of his highest weight division out of nowhere. I think he's going to be a shell of himself. And I think he's going to hit Canelo. He's going to have less speed. It's going to be easier for Canelo to see. His legs are not as fresh as they was at 135, especially with the more weight. I think Canelo, he's not going to be durable enough. And I think Canelo is going to try to freak him. I think Canelo knows his head movement is good. And I think, Crawford going to throw some combinations. Canelo going to make a miss. And he's going to look. You know how Canelo does make you miss. And then you look and then he comes. I think he's going to try to freak him, bro. I'm telling you. That's what I think. He's going to be like, won't. He's going to do that shit. And then step, because even if he hits, he's going to turn his head. Even when he hits him, it's not going to hurt him. And he's going to be like, bam. You know how he does that? Bam. Like, it's just going to be hard, fast shots. And I'm going to be sitting here with a lump in my throat, with watery eyes. And I'm going to be like, that's why. I'm going to be out there like throwing the damn towel. Watch. I'm going to be sitting there like, he shouldn't have gotten in there. He shouldn't have gotten in there. And all you Bud buddies going to be saying the same thing. And I'm going to be with you. Y'all going to be like, this is that bullshit. And I'm going to be like, I know. Because he started at 135. Hasn't fought in over a year. 38 years old, jumping up 2 weight classes. That's what I'm going. Throw the damn towel. Watch. Because y'all think Canelo is fat and slow. And Canelo and Crawford is around the same height, somewhere around the same, and he's actually short. He's quick. But I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna be hurt. Because Bud's my guy. If he dies, I got chills, bro. I'm gonna be hurt. Bud can move with extra weight in the late rounds. I mean, he can do anything. People bringing up Bud versus Spence fight seems stupid to me. Everyone thought it was 50-50. I know. That's why it was so big. So if you thought Spence would win, you one of the 50% who did. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. Even those who picked Bud thought it would be close. I know. But that doesn't matter. They don't
They're babies. Let me see. Rumored Frank versus Francis at 140 on Tank undercard. That'd be beautiful. You know, Gary Russell on undercard. That'd be beautiful. I gotta go though. A lot of people are going based on feelings, not based on facts. Anyway, I think Canelo can make Bud tap out on it. Let me say thank you, ShowBizz, the best boxing network. Love you, boy. Freddy Krueger has nightmares about Bud Crawford. Let me see. Bud fan, Canelo slowly takes away his tools, sadly. Okay, let's move forward. Oh, wait, here we go. Can we get you and Blue Blood Sports TV to do push-up bet? Luz has to do his push-ups live. No. I ain't got nothing against him. Let me see. Gifted was ShowBizz. Love you, boy. Yeah, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to start nothing between me and anybody else. I'm just here to push boxing. Okay, look. Let's do some more work and then I gotta go. Let's do a little bit more work and then I gotta go. Check this shit out. Ring 4. Just take a gander. Just take a gander, bro. And granted, Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. looks like, for some reason, I look like the Last Dragon poster or something. It look like the Last Dragon. But other than that, take a gander. Brother, what Mats was just talking about Noakes. And he's fighting Abdullah Mason. Take a gander. There's going to be some knockouts all through that shit. There's going to be knockouts all through that shit. And I want to say, Devin Haney and Anthony Yard are built the same. What I mean by that is they ain't turning down shit but their collar. Devin Haney. Bill Haney has done an incredible job making Devin Haney a hated fighter. I've been saying this forever. In reality, Devin Haney ain't done shit but take on all the great challenges, bro. That's all he's done. It wasn't even his idea to sue. And that's the Black Two Sugars. It wasn't even his idea to sue. All Devin Haney has done is taken on fantastic challenges. If you think he looked bad, if you think he looked great, if you think he weight bully, if you think whatever it is, I tell you what he's done. Consistently taken. And Anthony Yard the same way. Devin reposted my shit about that. Good, because I have nothing against Devin. I love that dude. I've been saying that do the Devin Haney. I've been saying that. I don't know what it is, but I think Devin Haney fanboys grabbed what I said and then said something to him. And he like, yeah, man, forget bro. But it ain't even on that. He ain't like, brother. I've been on that with bro I'm like, man. I did think Ryan Garcia didn't intentionally cheat because I am big on, I think something's going on with these substances. Like I said, if or when Devin pops, Devin, I'm going to be on your side too, bro. I'm going to be like, this nutritionist battle shit is crazy. And they're using these fighters as guinea pigs. I'm telling you, bro. The fighters just trying to fight and say, okay, how you get me right? I'm going to focus. They're not focused on the science of the nutrition. They're trusting that their team is not going to pop them off. Whenever it happens, I'm going to be like, yo, I'm going to go as hard as I did with the Ryan Garcia and Alicia Baumgardner situation and Big Baby Miller. The last time I'm like, yo, he cheated the 3 times before, but this time he didn't. Because I knew what was up. Okay. Hey, speaking of which, check this out. All right. This is the greatest night of boxing in boxing history, dog. It's not the greatest fight, but I'm just saying, look, MMA even got involved. Like, hey, bro, I don't know what I have to do July 19th. Whatever I got to do July 19th, it got to be done. Because I'm not calling shit. Something got to be called. I understand how I can get the Usyk Dubois situation. What's scaring me is the Rodriguez and Pacquiao shit. Because that's two different exfoliations, bruh. Yo, I'm trying to see Poirier versus damn. I love Holloway, so I'm somehow I'm trying to catch you up, Steve, bro. I don't know what to do. Fundora, Tim's. This is crazy, bro. Haney beat Loma, but fanboys don't count body shots. I thought Loma won that fight. I thought he won that fight. I counted body shots and everything. I thought he won that fight. But either way, he fought Loma, and it was a great fight. Either way. Bruh. Dual screen. Man, I need my phone. Everything got to happen, bro. I don't even got dual screen. We got to shit. That's, I mean, let me tell you something, y'all. Everybody complaining about boxing need to stop. Y'all just used to complaining about it. Right now, boxing is the best sport there is. For the past year, not calendar year, but for the past like year and some change, boxing has been the best sport. F what you heard. It may have not grown yet. We got Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano Friday, and nobody's bringing it up. I'm calling that Friday. I'm going out of town Thursday. All right, to New York and so on. But I'll be back Friday, so I can call that fight. And then Saturday, boxing has been ever since 2023. Agreed. Boxing has been the best sport in the world. It just got to grow its popularity, and that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Let me see. And lastly, Floyd Schofield.
Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Yo, this just a fast response. This ain't on no bull crap. Fast response to Shakur. Yo, one thing is he's dealing with disrespect, and that's cool. That's where he vibrating at. But I ain't vibrating at that frequency. Let me give y'all truth. Because there's a thing about honor. There's a thing about honor, young man. And I came to you with respect. You know the truth. Come on, everybody out there that really know the truth. But y'all want to attack my integrity and my brand like y'all don't know. Instead of just walking away. We ain't taking no legal allegations. We walked away on to the next fight. If you want to fight, let's fight like men. That's what men do. That's where I'm from. That's not pussy. We don't got to go to no cops, whatever else. Y'all two square off on the ring and off to the sunset. You know, but anyway, that's why I shared the messages. Just for integrity reasons. Brother, you need integrity. Stop on that bullshit. And you ain't even like that. I know you said you was a kid. You're not like that. Don't sign to somebody and then act like you're gangster. Let's keep it real, because then you're selling your soul, young man. And one day when all of this is gone, you're going to have to answer for what you do to God. So no man going to be able to protect you from your spirit. All right? So when you come to me, come with me with integrity. All right? And as a businessman, because you're supposed to be a businessman, all this emotional stuff, that's a feminine tendency. That's more like a bitch. All right? And I got respect for you, brother, and I honor you. Let me tell you that. But as the elder, I need to sit your ass down and say what you're doing is some bullshit, Shakur. Now focus on that fight. I hope we get to fight you. If not, off to the sunset. Enjoy your journey. We enjoy ours. But when it comes to the disrespect and you know the truth, that's not cool as a man.
Not to get involved, but to say that you shared the messages for integrity reasons is a contradiction. I mean, brother, sharing the messages shows no integrity unless y'all both agreed. All right. Two, regardless of what's said,
put the fight on.
I really, but y'all wanted me to say what I thought. I didn't add the sparring between Abdullah Mason and Schofield. I thought we were going to run out of time, and we definitely did. But how I feel about that, that's not a problem. Abdullah Mason cooked him, all right? But that's not a problem. It wouldn't have been a problem if y'all didn't say something else happened. Remember when Dame Dash said that he beat up Berto and then Berto released the spark? Now it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like the Tank and Devin Haney thing wouldn't even been, we all understand Devin Haney was 12 years old, Tank was 44 or whatever. But what I'm saying is it wouldn't have been a thing if they didn't say two separate things. You know what I'm saying? But it ended up being everything everyone said. You just had to kind of decode it. But when, you know, it became a thing. Abdullah Mason outsparring him isn't really a big deal. Let me see. People can't see Pat. Let me see. Hell yeah. Turkey being a fan has been amazing. Yeah, 100%. Let me see. Better not get another stomach ache, Floyd. Lupe, War Room Go. Love you, boy. That brother there, Lupe, is dope. Lupe, he just shows up. Let me see. Miss my super chat biz. My bad, my brother. I'm sorry, my brother. It's probably so far up. I can't pause. I want to say this. I want to say this before I go. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. My side piece shared DMs with my ex. No integrity. On that note, it's time to ride. But I want to say this. I want to, because Traverses, you don't even want to repeat what he says. All right. Just let him say it. You got to let Traverse punch yourself out. You do. On X and everything, just let him punch yourself out, brother. You can't out Traverse. He is actually more diabolical than Sadate. And Sadate is diabolical. All right. But two, regardless of what has been proven today and what has been said, no matter what, if you say anything or anyone can do anything better than Terrence Bud Crawford, remember, Terrence Bud Crawford is the everything. Love you, boy. ShowBizz adult. I'm out. Huh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.